I'm pretty sure it was
Alrighty.
Bone,
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the
Casey,
stream.
me, Wendy,
Hello.
and Sim. Were you there?
I was not.
Someone else.
I think AC
Oh,
was
there's
there.
B.
Hello, B.
Hello.
Orange, stop! You're fucking.
Listen, I learned that for a funny joke in D&D, and I haven't been able to unlearn it yet.
Fucking
It's a funny
stop trying to
joke.
fucking skinwalk me.
I need to though. I'm literally
What did-
doing it in D&D.
God damn it.
What in the world
What
is
is-
going on?
Oh,
Orange is-
and one. Remember in D&D?
Why are you stealing my hello?
I need to figure out how to sound more like Rindy whenever N1's talking. Just have her talking like this, yeah.
That is not how Rindy sounds like.
I was gonna say that doesn't sound like Rindy.
See, Orange, I don't know how I sound. You should ask Joshi if you're
Rindy- Rindy's nowhere near that nasally.
I
A
try.
little bit.
Not that
Nice,
low,
little,
basically.
what are you talking
I
about?
specifically toned it down because my natural is like going there to sound more effeminate. And it sounds weird.
Fair enough.
Nope, I can't do it either. Damn. Tragic.
Yeah, all I
I can, like,
realized hello.
I can like turn it up to the max and stuff, but it gets a bit annoying and grating.
Oh my gosh. So I didn't watch the VOD for this because I've been at work, but
Oh yeah,
How
but
was
yeah,
your-
play this game?
How was your 11-hour shift?
it's a 10-hour shift, thank you very
10
much.
hour.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, that's so much better.
Listen, actually, like my former job, I had a job where I would work 12 hours, and then my other job sometimes had me working 15 hours, so like,
Oh my god.
Yeah.
it can only go down from here. It's getting better.
Yeah. Hey, Orange. You know what you should do? You should go inside the little thing in there
The what?
and talk to people.
Oh, right.
hello.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Oh, wow.
she's
Okay.
cute.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Their hair is covering their eyes. Let's go.
Where did you get it?
Top secret information.
That could be me.
Oh, Moe.
Moe!
Yo!
No more!
Oh my.
Not Moe. They're a custom model.
Oh wow, you don't see a whole lot of those around.
They still have a poster for that game.
That case looking that
Oh wow.
with a home printer too.
That's a real video game.
But
Mm-hmm.
I'm impressed. Anyway, what can I get you?
A drink and maybe some information.
A drink I can do, and I guess I have some time to talk.
yo, this beat kind of bopping now.
Protesters outside the clinic are driving
Really
off
good
a
idea.
lot of my regular customers. Filling up my bathroom too, jerks. So, what do you want to know?
Something about the way she's basically animated is very point-and-click adventure games.
Mm-hmm. Tell me about yourself.
Oh, I never introduced myself, did I? I'm Ramona.
Hours?
I guess there isn't much to tell.
Ramona. She's great. I love her.
Like a flower?
I went to college, got a degree, took out a loan, and bought this place. Now I spend my days trying to find enough time and money to sustain my VR drama addiction.
Eh?
This really is the future, isn't it? God damn.
Cute stuff and magical girls. And that's
Damn, she just like me for real.
Thanks.
Yo, you watch Precure?
Yes, actually.
Oh, really?
That was my like one of my favorites.
I'm not gonna
You know
lie.
some
When I
things
first
about
got into this
Human
character, when playing through, I was still in the process of thinking we were reading this, and I went like, B should voice this character.
Oh, yeah.
So I'll be voting appropriately.
I just like it because I took down my hair the other day and I did put it in like little puff balls.
Bigoted jerk face, I will lose my goddamn mind.
Why would they come after you?
Oh, you can't tell? I've got a cybernetic arm and leg, thanks to an autocap crash when I was a kid.
I'm sorry, it's kind of hard to tell when your arm is like 2 pixels wide.
It is a different color.
Those dinosaurs,
How it's been pointed out.
Or
Ooh.
worse, depending on how far back they want to push our medical technology.
That's what I'm saying.
It's already illegal for me to have a rocket-powered fist. What more do you want?
Rocket
Yeah, she
punch!
just like me for real.
Is that your climate? Is that your climate-controlled ROM outside?
It does a good job, huh? Yeah, that's mine. Well, technically, it's property of Hassy Holdings. We spent some mints on it, but the rest of the block helps pitch in for maintenance costs since I usually set it to patrol the whole area. You should check it out when we do Christmas in July.
Oh.
It can cover the whole
Oh, it's almost time.
No, as long as it's cloudy enough to keep the sun off. Sort of like today.
Would you mind if I take it for a spin?
Sorry.
I'm
That
gonna
thing
bet.
gives me way too many credits to let just anyone poke at it. I would need to see some serious credentials before I let you mess with it.
I wonder what those serious
You know-
credentials could be.
Enough to make sure you can afford to replace it if you break it.
Stun gun.
Otherwise, no touching.
Yeah, there you go.
You call Turing Moe?
What are you, fucking
Sorry.
weeb?
Otaku speak.
She's not wrong.
I just think he's really cute and lovable. And
Ramona goes into her back room and with her
You know?
poster of magical girls and just goes,
a
Moe.
lot of otaku come around here. Probably because I own the place. I'm used to being able to shoot my mouth off and not
Wait,
worry
these
all the time.
nuts.
She's all like, Rugamesh!
Otaku is in Japanese cartoons.
Yeah, I know it's
Animation.
but I'm a history buff.
Manga kanga.
The past really gives context to stories of the present. You know what I mean?
Is
What does that have to
that,
be doing an otaku?
is that Poland the...
Oh, Ray,
Wow.
your microphone's exploding.
What? Why?
Static.
Oh, hold on.
I don't know.
I wish I'd been to Tokyo twice already.
Otaku resist the new culture of the saishi in the same way their parents refused
Is that-
to give up cassette tapes.
Is that supposed to be like Deco from Monogatari?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, actually,
Shit,
yeah, that's probably
Maybe.
Senju Gahara.
Yeah.
No, wait,
It's
Senju
a little
Gahara.
different.
Senju Gahara is the
No,
purple-haired one.
that's
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 Hideko, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The clothes are more purple, but yeah, same haircut.
Cyber debt.
Cyber.
That sounds rad as
In the
fuck.
21st century, Japan had an epidemic of chronic shut-ins, and the rise of direct link virtual reality only made
Nancy, you
that
can
worse.
tell that's wrong because now the
Because Lloyd Forger saved everyone.
Lloyd Forger is single-handedly saving the birth rate.
Hey,
Suddenly, people were
Abe
using
did it.
rooms, they were refusing to leave their beds.
Listen, 57th Prime Minister of Japan, Shinzo Abe. Lloyd Forger is the one that did it. I'm sorry.
Saishi were the first to figure out how to
Like,
use their own brains to sculpt cyberspace.
Void Forger grabbing Kinzo Abe's mask. I will finish what you started.
Well, have I got the meme for you?
How did somebody make that?
Yeah, Ricky
Yeah.
did.
You know what? Now I think about it, it really is funny because every time we watch Spy X Family, I'm like, God, I want that for me. And then I go to work and I have like 2 pregnant coworkers who talk about it, and I'm like, ugh.
Good enough dabbling. If you're interested.
Very short-term brainwash.
Why did you use that picture of him?
It's gotta be this one. It's the class. It's also classic one.
It's a trip, especially for newbies.
That's everything.
Okay, enjoy your drink and let me know if you need anything else.
So let's see.
Like, I'll be real. Spy X Family isn't even the most blatant attempt of the Japanese government. Have you ever seen? I can't understand what my husband is saying.
A
Oh,
business
that's
card.
fucking propaganda.
Dr. Yannick Fairlight.
I know that the Japanese government, like, officially sponsored a couple of things. I don't remember what they're all
Why are
called.
you giving me his card?
I work for him. He's looking to buy a climate control ROM like yours.
Yes.
Hey, Terang, you haven't talked to him recently.
And it would be useful for when he goes out and about. That's why we wanted to see it before.
Yeah, close look at it to make sure it'll suit his purposes.
Yeah, okay. I guess you can take a peek. Don't bust it, though. I scanned this card, and I swear if you break my ROM, I'll be calling your boss. Here's the RFID.
Cool, he's not my boss.
Thank you. This will surely be useful for our needs. Shall we go check it out?
Let's see.
VR drama.
It's a poster for Magical Commander Yukino, a magical girl VR drama.
Oh.
Duck Game began as a traditional video game, but has recently become a popular VR sport. All the kids are quacking about it.
See, why couldn't you just gone for this one, Valhalla? Instead of Yeek.
Another business drama called Tomorrow's Tears. What's this one?
Would we post to?
Feature documentary exploring the queer side of virtual reality.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's actually.
yeah.
When did this? How much?
Oh, that's
how
what's
much
a fucking Christmas tree in here.
Let's see. When did this game come out, and when did VR just come out?
2017, I think.
Oh, this is the window. Oh yeah.
There's the wall.
All right, let's go ahead and use the RFID. Oh, is it getting more spoiled over time?
God.
Let's see.
Can you get rid of that? Why are you carrying spoiled milk?
You never know when you're gonna need spoiled milk.
Better you might get in a fight and need to throw it at someone.
What is this, pocket sand? Relax.
This is my favorite season. Should I switch it to snow mode?
Yeah, let's turn this baby on.
I'll break it.
So I thought they were processing in front of a fucking augmentation. Oh, never mind. The augmentation is next to it. Okay.
There you go.
Okay, people, I for one didn't bring any winter wear. Let's call it a day for now.
Yeah, get out of here, Sterling.
Very important right now. Oh. There's something very important you need to do as soon as this cutscene is over.
Oh yeah?
While I still have doubts about the moral superiority of using subterfuge to disperse a protest, we at least accomplished our goal peacefully.
What was the protest for?
And to be
they were like-
Anti-augmentation.
human
Yeah, they were at the entrance to the augmentation clinic.
interest, I
Oh.
would waste many
I'm misremembering. There's still some stuff you need to do prior.
Okay.
Might I draw your attention to those youths over yonder?
Hell yeah.
Counterculture clothing, obvious bad attitudes, and graffiti paraphernalia. Those could be our suspects who damaged my home in the name of revolution.
Certified cool guys.
If it's in the name of revolution, I'm sorry, property's not that important.
Right. We should
It's not a good kind of revolution.
Oh,
Human
never
revolution.
It's the bigoted kind.
Never mind. Well, I mean, that statement still stands, but not for this.
If your revolution disperses when there's a tiny bit of snow, I'm sorry. Maybe you don't want it hard enough.
Hey, yo, why that nigga in the back look like Barnacle Boy?
I'm calling for an auto cab of our own. I know it seems a great deal of trouble for such a tenuous lead, but I have a hunch about them.
Something they just kind of booked it out of here. I think it's a pretty good hunch.
Yeah, it's very suspicious.
The auto cab is estimated to take 5 minutes to arrive.
Damn.
We'll never be able to engage in pursuit fast enough to catch up to them. Perhaps we should call Tomcat.
Yeah, sure. You can go
Yeah,
Tomcat.
Tomcat.
Maybe they can do some bit of techno wizardry and stop that cab.
Good
They're
idea.
gonna aid in Claire says.
Excellent.
I have
They're
different
gonna take
flavors of
their
saying
phone
this.
out
Hold on while I
and point it at the cab, and the cab's gonna stop.
So,
Howdy, folks. How's the search for the data cache going?
This sounds like a nice Attorney soundtrack.
Actually,
Like a lot.
that's what we're calling
A little
about
bit, yeah.
Tomcat.
I've never played Ace Attorney, so I wouldn't
They
know.
have located the
It's on the docket.
but they eluded us, and
Well,
are making
Oh, Ace Attorney.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, like, that's not playing
Yeah.
it, it's me watching you play the game.
of our own to
Hmm.
So I'll still have to play it on my
It's
own.
not that big of a difference for Ace Attorney. I'm a burial.
I can't wait for Noir to be Edgeworth.
Actually, yes. Super true.
Take that! Hold it!
No can do.
So I gotta work on that. What do you mean, no can do?
And the dang thing will shut down its external net connection long before I get in. Unless. Oh, I have an idea. Sit tight for just a sec.
Rindy
Any noises?
That was the-
That went faster than spit on a skillet. I did a job a few years back and had to break into the city's central traffic network. Do me a favor and don't ask why.
Okay.
The back door I drilled into that long ago is still wide open. I'm logging into the.
You just said don't ask about it. Stop.
Wait. Oh shit.
Oh, shit.
They may not have fixed that back door, but they did install a new counter-intrusion VI. Oh, the damn thing is hot on my tail.
Your accent is really annoying with all the technical jargon. What can we do?
Oh, it's great.
This VI. I'm gonna need the two of you to handle the traffic system. Turn, I'm passing control to you. Hold tight. I'm gonna be doing some two sets of hands on one keyboard kind of hacking. Just push on the map and load it up on turns.
Let me find the cache.
Even the Futaba gift.
They're on the move. Here's how it works. Use your display map to keep track of their cab and redirect it back to you.
Let's see if I was that.
Traffic nodes at intersections so the cab thinks the streets are blocked off. Do it right, and you should be able to steer them right back to you.
Oh, it's NCIS.
Stop them where you're at, or else they'll just go running off on foot. I'll put a goal marker on the map for you. You can trigger any node on the map at any time, so plan ahead. I'd say you'll have time for 2 moves every time they hit an intersection. If they go off the map, though, you'll lose them. Block every road that leads out of our grid, and watch the places with 3 exits you can't all cover in one go-around.
Huh?
Just hurry. I don't know how long I'm gonna be able to keep this VI from messing on the carpet, and once I kill the connection, this old trick is over. I'll tap into the cab control node they're currently arriving at. Our top priority is to ensure they cannot leave the area Tomcat's given us access to. I'll mark the southern exit as closed first. We only have time to block off 2 routes before the autocab will make a decision and move. We shouldn't block the route back here. We have to stop them where we can catch them. Once you get them back here, press the big button on top of the map to shortwire the autocab. Be careful. If you stop their ride anywhere else, they'll just run off. What do you think our next move should be?
I think we should move a bit faster so that way they aren't getting further away. Let's see. Don't the move east.
Turn, I can't have you talking. It's messing with the signal. It's up to you now. Don't let those punks escape, and don't trap them anywhere that's not here. We can access any of the control nodes in the area at any time.
Okay.
Got it?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna explain the controls a bit better
Mm-hmm.
than this. So you have to click on where they are, and don't just randomly click, but You only get to block 2 ways, or alternatively, you can unblock 2 ways. Also, by the way, you can fail this.
I think you really didn't want to let him to this side of the map.
Yeah. So escape routes.
Might still have a chance though. Yeah, that's a bit of a problem now, isn't it?
We're
No,
gone.
there's like 3 ways. Keep going. Keep going. Just keep going.
Ah, shit.
They're getting away!
Don't panic just yet. I managed to force the cab to mosey back over to your grid.
Oh, okay.
Definitely a one-shot trick, though. Those VIs are all over the path I used. Be careful, y'all. This is your last shot.
So I want to know, an action can be unblocking the street. You don't want to block a completely street.
Hey, wouldn't you just block that? Not
Oh,
that
If you
one.
do, you lose.
Okay, there you go. I was gonna ask if you can block someone or not at.
There you go.
We've got them now. Let's go! I'm gonna go stop them, and then we can interrogate the miscreants.
You're
Okay,
going
so-
to stop them?
I'll give them a piece for my mind!
It's a robot.
He's intimidating.
These are both AC characters, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of
I
which,
see.
I see.
You ain't got nothing on us, and if you don't get out of my way, I'll mess you up.
I had voiced this character.
I literally said both of these characters are you.
We haven't observed them doing anything illegal, and we could potentially make this go over.
So y'all really just like
Or
he seems shady.
this encounter with Lexi before things get
that's
out of hand.
profiling.
These
Mhm.
two seem agitated already, and it may be best to make sure they're handled by the appropriate authorities.
My guy, put your glasses back on.
Questions or cops? It's up to you. How do you want to do this?
Hmm.
He has them partially on. That feels like it'd be worse than just having them completely off.
Yeah, it is.
They haven't done anything actually wrong.
They haven't really done
Other
anything illegal, though. That's the problem. Yeah, well, as far as we know, anyway. So might as well just grill them.
We just have a few questions for you, sirs. If you'd be so kind as to give us a few minutes of your time.
Did you not hear what I... Maybe we should just answer their questions. I mean, we didn't do anything wrong, right? Right! We ain't got nothing to hide!
What's the spray paint for?
We're newbie street artists. These are the tools of our trade! These are all above board and legal.
Uh-huh.
We just got done making a piece for a client. That's right! We're artists!
What's in the bag?
You a cop?
than-
You ain't!
Adjacent.
We ain't got nothing in the bag!
Ew, your top adjacent lane.
Why'd you run?
Running? Who's I running from? You calling me a coward?
A little bit, yeah.
I don't think that's what they were insinuating.
You're a reporter.
Mm-hmm. I know, but I
You're
know a
reporting.
cop.
You're a journalist.
Oh yeah, I guess.
You know, an investigator that dated your sister.
Alright, Sonic.
This is ridiculous.
Enough! Stop assuming you can misdirect us with blustery words and feigned ignorance.
They don't understand what the fuck you're saying, Turing. I'm gonna be real.
Match the hues of those paints and the patterns of the bottom of your shoes with 95% accuracy to the scene of Hayden Weber's apartment.
Okay.
Now tell us what you were doing there and why you stole.
So why didn't you lead with that?
Great.
Now you're accusing us of stealing? Why, I oughta...
Let me out of ass, nigga.
Maybe we
His name is Chad.
Damn it, Oliver! I told you I'm Starfucker now.
That's fucking Disco Elysium shit.
Go to a movie afterwards.
Fucking Kuno over here.
I don't even care about this human revolution stuff. Just because you're dad.
Uh-huh.
Don't talk about.
Why are you acknowledging his name? His stupid name.
His name is now Starfucker.
Whatever. We'll answer your friggin' questions.
I tag Hayden's apartment.
Aw, man, no big reason. I mean, he's a big hotshot researcher at Parallax, right? We heard a rumor his place was empty. Who's gonna pass up a sweet target like that? We don't need any more of this tech shit, like your lippy ROM over there.
My dude, your friend is wearing glasses right now.
Yeah,
That guy wearing a tie?
Just take the data cash.
I told you we didn't steal nothing. Be quiet, Chad. I don't want to go to juvie. Here, you can have it.
Hey.
They didn't steal nothing. That means they definitely took something.
Hey, well, thanks for giving it back.
Stay out of trouble. You're good kids.
Yeah, whatever. Just get out of my way. We hope you find that Hayden guy, and we're real sorry. We weren't trying to hurt anyone. All right, let's go catch that movie. Great. Can we get dinner first? Sure. Whatever you want.
Oh.
And dinner and the movie?
That's not right. I'm certain I deactivated snow mode. Incoming call from Tomcat.
Oh.
Tomcat, there they are.
Hey, folks. Jess just called and told me she has a clear way to the access node. She'll get you inside, and I'll walk you through connecting me so I can access the Parallax network. That should help our hunt. Did you get the data cache?
Yes, those punks happen to have it.
Oh, great. We don't have time to worry about it right now, though. Go to Stardust and drop it off with Majid for me, okay? He'll hold it to pass on to me once I get there. I managed to trigger an alert within Parallax's network security, and they're going to be moving their logs from one secure server to another. I need y'all in place of that access node before they do. No time for lollygagging.
Okay,
No
whatever you
problem,
say.
Tomcat. We'll make our way there directly after we return to Stardust. We can worry about the weather ROM's malfunction later. Let's go. Our mission for Jess.
And like letting it run in stow mode is probably gonna be
Okay, now this is very
expensive.
important. Go back into the fucking thing.
Hey! I told you jerks not to break my ROM. Now I can't get it to stop snowing. Those protesters are gone, but I'm still not gonna have any customers with it freezing like this.
This Hessy
Oh.
hot cup is the perfect thing to warm me up.
Oh.
Snow out of nowhere? I guess I'll wait it out in here.
Hey,
Look
there
to the
she
left.
is!
No.
Magic.
Yeah.
No
Don't
voice.
think I've
Damn.
forgiven you, you dingus.
Okay.
Better go get some Hassy hot cups going. Well, all's well that ends well, right?
All's well that ends well, right?
I'll check the mesh for common issues with the mode selector on the 6703 ROM unit and forward the solutions to the Hassy bar owner.
Also, that is well, right? Orange.
It's just a forum thread of a guy asking about his ROM that's not
Yeah,
in snow
she
mode.
is.
She
And,
has
Yeah.
her own portrait.
You don't have a
Oh.
fucking voice!
No. No voice.
Damn, this change must have been real late into fucking development. Jeez.
Does she have her robot arm?
She looks
A
like
light-haired
light-haired
teenager with a
Yeah.
bionic arm.
Nope.
teenager.
Meaning
Oh.
that she is in fact younger, even though she's
Yeah.
wearing the same exact clothing.
Fine.
Yeah, she has multiple lines of dialogue, by the way.
Grr. I'll be yours an energy drink. Where's the
I
booze?
can't believe Jill is into her, even though she speaks like that. See? What is that, Orange?
I don't fucking remember what that is. I'm gonna level with you. Or anything else you got to say, Dana? Oh wow.
Wait, isn't that the Flaming Moai?
Is that a fighting Maui? Actually, yeah, that might
I
be.
think it. Flaming
Yeah,
Moai.
there you go. I think you've
Yeah,
exhausted
okay.
all of it.
Listen, this is me from. Listen, I'm gonna meet you in 10 years. I'm gonna be a little Kermit. I'm gonna be a little Kermit man on your bartender's arm.
Dana?
No, your bar. Yeah, no, like the bartender. I mean, like Jill.
No. I got back.
Oh,
Oh,
hold on a
yeah,
second.
Dana.
Oh.
Dana.
Dana was here.
Dana. Pog. Done.
Turing's gonna forward that owner the fixes he finds, and it's just gonna be a forum thread that
Well,
says,
boss.
Yeah,
I'm
Moai.
I'm
Yeah,
having-
nice. That
She's a
was indeed the
teenager.
That was indeed the Flaming Moai.
Oh hell yeah.
"Hell yeah,
That's how
he
you,
got
that's how you
it."
get. That's how you get the recipe.
Oh wow. Oh that's a fun little bit. Okay. Let's see. We need to go to Stardust. Yeah. Go.
Welcome to Stardust.
Would like to also note that is a brief window that you can actually catch.
Wow.
Like Tomcat asked.
Here's your data cache. Or here's Hayden's data cache.
Tomcat asked me to take that off your hands and pass it on to them later. Thanks for getting
Sorry, that poster looks like they fucking stretched your face out really wide.
I won't pester
Alright,
you
but
about
it's
what
great.
it is.
I love him.
I know things are always very hush-hush with Tomcat. I'll make sure they get it later today.
Excellent. Thank you.
Alright, let's go to the. Oh. What else do we have to do here? I probably
Oh,
go.
you have to talk to Jess.
That's right. Okay.
You did something for Jess.
Welcome to
Yeah, I got you, ProZD. Let me in. What's this Walter White looking guy even doing here? He's just kind of like hanging around. Actually, no, he's not Walter White, but like, if you look at just like, if you look at just the sprite, it kind of looks like him.
He's one of those guys who brought his work tablet to the bar.
This man is here writing his screenplay that will definitely get rejected.
He's writing Joker. Oh, what's the name of the sequel?
Probably should not touch Jess.
Hey, I heard from my friends down the street that the protesters are gone. Must have been you, huh?
Yeah.
The green person on the left is also inside the hussy right now.
Yeah.
How'd you get here
Don't worry
so
about
fast?
Tomcat said that if
Instant
you
transmission.
abandon access node, you might be able to find out what happened to Hayden. I called up a buddy who's on night shift for Parallax tonight. He can buzz you.
I like that in the future, leg warmers are still popular.
This puts us
She's
at
bringing
about
back
even.
the 80s.
Don't think about drawing any more debits for a while. Good luck. Keep me out of your shit.
You should be nice.
I regret to inform you I'll probably keep you in my shit in some way, shape, or form.
I like Caitlyn.
Why
Yeah,
did
she's pretty good. What's up?
Stop trying to touch people.
Dancing now. Wanna join me?
I would love to, but I literally don't have the time.
Listen, mate, you didn't talk to Broke. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Do you want me to go back there and talk to Broke right now? Here.
Yeah. Broke is Their hair is covering their eye. I like them.
They do have spoken dialogue, but it doesn't really go anywhere.
I love vintage game experiences. Have you ever heard of Overblood?
That could be any combination of video games.
That sounds like a new. Is that Ultra Kill? No, this is too early for Ultra Kill.
Who?
What?
That's Doug Bowser.
Ah.
Doug Bowser.
Really? Doesn't this game predate Doug Bowser by a lot?
Smash.
Me
And it's
neither.
The future foundry. It'll be a real slobber knocker.
Slobber knocker.
Hey, did you know that I'm in a multicast VR drama with NSFW champion Kirigiri Soda? She's the world champion.
Wait.
That can't be. No.
What?
Wait for the
Gary
solo or you never know if it's gonna be a match or a marriage. Or both.
Yo, let's go.
Yo, fight fucking, let's go. You got anything else to say, bro?
I can't wait for the cash and the Schifferobe ceremony.
The what?
Huh?
Cash in the Schifferobe ceremony.
He's a father.
Papalosi.
Fisher robe sounds like something Orange would say that imitate a YouTube poop noise.
Hayes doesn't believe in dinosaurs. Rumor has it
That is,
that's how he got
there's
his
so
job.
much dialogue.
It's offensive.
Doesn't believe in dice.
Have you seen Cactus Canary's finishing move?
Oh my god, they keep going.
Chico Chico Bang Bang.
Anything else?
I wonder who's gonna take the Speedy Road speeding ticket this year. I'm ashamed
Me,
to say
probably.
I've gone on a few assy spike benders in my time.
I mean, you did like
He was
5
just there.
seconds ago. We walked over here together.
I love vintage game experiences.
Okay.
There you go.
Alright.
Oh yeah, okay,
sure.
we finally exhausted all the dialogue.
May I recommend something?
Oh boy, what?
No, go back to where the Walter White guy is. You see that guy over there?
Distant
You can
patron?
also get him a drink as well.
Oh,
And yeah.
I'm good.
I don't know whether or not it matters in the future, but I did.
I don't imagine it does. It could. I could be completely fucking wrong, but whatever. Let's go
I'll
after
come
that
to-
data spike.
If I come to find out that this route will get you shot, but if you had given that man a drink, you would have jumped in front of the bullet.
Now that's the real adventure game experience.
So I am so confused. There are choices to make, but I don't know if they're fucking routes in this game.
Unassuming and quiet. I'll be honest. I don't think I would be in this section of the city without Jess giving us the all clear.
Bruh.
The crime statistics are quite alarming, so let us get done with our errand here and move on to safer
Don't start
ground.
quoting FBI crime statistics at me, Turing.
Turing got me feeling a type of way.
What do you mean?
And be like, I'm really worried that the spy. God.
Turing gonna walk past me and clutch their pearls, bro. I don't know.
Would Turing tell you that like only this is the most vile thing about
No,
statistics?
he's not like that. No.
What the fuck is it that Kenny from Walking Dead says to Lee?
Oh, I don't even feel comfortable saying it.
Yeah, it's fucking real bad.
Turing, I'm sorry, but could you please talk less?
What do you mean? He's great.
He's great, but I think he talks a little too much sometimes.
Hold on, well, roll
No,
the clip
let's go
back.
let's go the street
Roll
art.
the clip back to Orange, not like 30 minutes ago, saying, "Oh, hey Terry, we haven't heard from you in a while."
What's up with the street art?
You know, right after we found Hayden's apartment in such disarray, I started looking into graffiti and street art more thoroughly.
Yeah.
I have never much considered doing any of it myself, but it seems like an interesting avenue to pursue once I move beyond abstract expressionism. The simpler tags, visual shoutings of identity and existence. They exhibit a feeling I can sympathize with, but it's these larger pieces, riots of
Turing, if you start doing street art, they're going to like 50
Huge
trillion.
intro.
50 trillion cops are going to like come down on you while fucking funky grandpa music's playing. Sorry, Funky Dad.
Is beneath me, but there are other
Funky
avenues
Uncle, that
for
was the funny word for him.
Bro, if you don't get out of here with this gentrification of graffiti terms.
Legalize the tagging of mural-style street art on any building without requiring permission from the owner or city.
Yo, man.
It was chaos of the highest degree for a while, but now
Oh,
things
yeah.
are
Sounds rad.
remarkable.
Yeah, it sounds sick as fuck.
Perhaps I will visit once this is all done with.
That graffiti is actually the symbol of gonzo journalism. You know what? Yeah, sure, why not?
Ah, I hadn't even noticed. Do you have much experience with gonzo journalism yourself? Reporting after or during direct participation? If you do end up writing on this experience, whatever you produce would be the very definition of it. You're too
Wait.
close to be objective now, and you're a key subject in this event.
What is Gonzo
Oh,
journalism?
judging by the definition, what it means is it's opinionated news reporting.
And you're in the clear as you didn't instigate the situation.
Oh, it is a real term, apparently.
I've never had much interest in the practice.
Console journalism.
So much time around you has taught me to look
Wait till Terrain stops talking.
Perhaps
What the
only because
fuck?
I can verify your personal experiences as fact. Sorry, I'm rambling again, aren't I?
Yes.
We're on a schedule. I don't even want to think about this.
He means well. He's a nice guy.
Gonzo journalism. I'm more of a madhouse journalism myself. Though trigger journalism's pretty good.
It's like author is the protagonist type deal. Okay.
Yeah.
Processors are shot from the stress of the past day. It's already
You say you're rambling and then you start doing this shit again!
Never mind.
It's fine. It's fine. It's not that
Find
bad.
that access node. Let's find Hayden.
That winning smile isn't always gonna work on me, you son of a bitch. Let me in.
This guy smokes 50 packs a day.
23, 12, 49, 10? We're friends of Jess.
I was wondering when you'd get there. You're at the access node on Cesar Chavez in Indiana, right?
That's right.
Good. Be quick. Don't touch anything. Got it? This conversation never happened, and you're on your own if you get caught out there. I hope you find what you're looking for.
This is it. Let's go inside, and I'll call Tomcat. This place doesn't look like it's had any maintenance in years. I hope
You mean this one light switch in the far right hand side of the room?
I forgot you can't see in darkness.
Damn right. I don't have dark sight? Deep vision?
Dark vision.
Dark vision.
Reboot whenever we walk into a dark area and everybody but him can see. Well, I guess Joshi also now.
Hilarious.
Oh, Joshi can get the death eye.
Yeah, I can get it, but I don't think I will.
It's a devil sight Warlocks can get.
Look, we'll just inject you with cat eye venom so you can see better.
Purification beam go.
We'll make Joshi a cat boomer.
Is this what reboot is like when you're searching for something in a dark room and you can't
Yes.
find any?
You found shit. Remind me, I need to put more dark rooms into the setting.
Wow.
Specifically to spite Roboot. It'd be funnier that way. Also, I guess Joshi too.
I would like to point out that does give me effectively invisibility against anyone who has dark vision.
Hey, where's Creo? What the fuck? Oh,
Or let's hack into the gate.
Connecting wirelessly to it now. Permissions granted.
Should there be like this many like free cables just kind of like breezing about in this room?
I don't know.
You messed
You messed around with servers and shit. You tell me.
Didn't they
I mean, like,
state
I do,
that,
but I
like,
work remotely. I don't see the servers.
wait, didn't they state like this was like out of repair or something? Like no one's updated
Yeah.
it for literally years.
This system's still running on old cassettes, and the recall slot is empty.
Cassettes?
Can't call up Hayden's info file without it. There should be a cassette on the opposite side of the wall we can overwrite with the recall program.
It's one of those cassettes that has like a fucking game on it. If you put in a regular cassette tape, it just makes like a fucking explosion of noise. And then I reflexively go, ooh!
I swear, y'all, I just turned 22. Anyways, we need to move that cassette across the room to access the records. Figure out how to do that, and hit me back up when you've done it.
So I guess this means that we have like a good like 40 years before yet another 80s renaissance.
God damn it!
Fortunately,
you can't escape it.
No. I want to be a part of that.
You're gonna be too old for it.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like what, 60 something?
Loose wires, be careful.
Apparently, I'm like too short for it, so it's fine. Oh, utility arm. Okay, I see how this is. Use. Maybe there's some other way to move this thing.
pick up terrain and have terrain move it.
Gamma. Welcome to Links. Operate the data transfer arm.
Jesus Christ, mate, you good?
What happened?
I meant to say operate, and then I meant operat, and I was like, okay, how do I save this? Okay, I know, I'll just do an accent instead.
I'll just become Australian.
Ultra Instinct, activate Australian.
I'm really
Move
hungry
on
right
to
now.
the left. Extend
Should we
arm.
eat supper?
Retract arm.
I had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich with some cantaloupe and
Turn arm.
Um,
Move arm to the right.
I think I had a banana, cantaloupe, peanut butter, and jelly sandwich.
Extend
and that's all I've
arm.
eaten today. Besides for like an ice cream cone and chips.
I'm gonna put some more pressure on them to move the data now.
Damn, these puzzles are intense. I'm sweating.
Right out of this network trunk.
Yo, we're slurping it right out of this network.
You would have thought that someone would have noticed and decommissioned this access node when the neighborhood went to
See, I wish they
hell,
would use
but
the term slurping more when describing the code that we're working on at work.
this mouse is happy to play while the
Gonna
cat
slurp
is
up that
away.
build of that code.
Yeah, there you go. Tomcat, they rhyming.
Mm-hmm. What is this place usable? Why is this place usable for us anyway?
Way back when I was a youngin', when I first hacked into Parallax's network, I mostly did it to make a point, yeah?
Uh-huh.
They were just about to launch the meshnet system, and I wanted to show the whole darned world that their security had more holes in it than Swiss cheese.
Swiss
Of course,
cheese.
I wasn't too shy about poking in a few more holes of my own devising while I was there. After putting in some more tricky software backdoors, I went ahead and deleted this access node off
I
the
can
maintenance
assure you,
schedule.
putting in software vulnerabilities are not as fun or not as easy. Actually, no, they're pretty easy to break. Like, you understand, it's literally just like removing a couple lines of code.
They were in the process of buying up a whole gaggle of these nodes in preparation to set up a private
Can't
network.
believe Orange can be a hacker, man.
I mean, I know how to like look at code, but I don't know how to like fucking like splice into it and just remove plugin that keeps up the security shit.
I forget the exact process, but I know, like, in my class, I was actually taught how to bypass a password at a Windows login.
Yo, wait, hold on, drop me that information for no reason in particular.
I forgot.
He's gonna go in their boss's work computer and just up their salary by a couple bucks.
Yeah, bro.
Just increase it by 5 cents a month, slowly.
You mind telling us why you're making more money than the CEO? You're doing a really good job, you know? But like, so it's no big deal.
Ain't likely to do much, but toss in a few attempts to crack the firewall and their VIs are shitting bricks. It's standard
I wonder if I could do the social engineering bit. Apparently, it's really easy if you just pretend hard enough.
Isn't that
People,
really just...
people just believe that you're supposed to have that information.
The files are more vulnerable in transit.
You don't understand, like,
Now you'll just hold tight. I'll be done
a
with
lot of
this
like pen testing when it comes to like testing for security is less of learning to hack the computer and more of how to pretend like you're an employee with a bunch of stuff and you need someone to open the door for you.
You okay,
What type of
Tomcat?
face is that?
Oh?
Oh.
Huh?
Dead. That nigga deceased.
Oh, fuck.
Oh
What is
no.
it, Tomcat? What did you find?
Oh no.
He's gone.
Of course he's gone, Tomcat. That's why we're here.
Tomcat, he doesn't understand emotional subtlety. You're gonna have to give it to him straight.
Shit. I mean, he's gone. Gone, Turin. Hayden is dead.
Damn, I've only been in this game for like this one session and I'm hurt.
That obviously isn't right, Tomcat. Why would they kill him? Can you send me the relevant files? You must have missed something.
I don't think you should see it, but if you're sure. Parallax, they had security cam footage from the hallway outside Hayden's apartment encrypted on their network. Just a short clip. It looks like Hayden started to struggle with a couple of big dudes when they broke through the door and one of them shot him. I also found some chatter about it on some darknet channels. It wasn't a kidnapping. Somebody went there to murder him. I'm so damn sorry.
Thank you for your assistance in this matter, Tomcat. I think I'll walk back to the apartment. I need some time to run some calculations about this new scenario. If you'll excuse me.
Should you follow them?
I need some time myself, too.
If you say so. I'm gonna keep digging through this data until they kick me out of the system. I'll try to find some kind of lead on why this whole thing started in the first place. Maybe I can find something out about who killed Hayden and why Parallax has a copy of the footage. It ain't much of a silver lining, but we have the answer on Hayden's fate. Maybe it's time to call it quits. Anyway, I'll talk to you later.
Damn.
Oh.
This game does not autosave, so please be sure to save
So,
frequently.
Orange, do you want me to tell you something that
Sure,
STP
what's
is
that?
relaying to me?
Mhm.
Is that this game has a total of 5 different endings. Technically
fuck.
6.
Wow.
Huh.
Whoops.
Oh, you're back.
How you doing?
You know, Hayden was a brilliant programmer, far ahead of his time. I am a machine, and intrinsically, I do not have all the glands and visceral chemical reactions that make humans so emotional and brilliant. His code is a flawless replication of that, inside my own personality algorithms. I don't think I've ever felt this
Oh.
It fouled fouls my processors and fills my RAM with frustrating, half-finished plans of revenge. My motherboard burns in my casing from how little I can rest. I'm in pain, and I can't make it go away. I do not like the thoughts I'm having about the people who did this to him.
Can you turn off your pain inhibitors?
Have you tried turning it off and turning it back on?
I can disable those modules. But if I turn off every emotion I don't want to feel, what does that make me? Would I still be me? If I were human, turning off my emotions would be seen as extremely unhealthy.
Hey, listen, not too much.
On the meshnet about human psychology. I just don't know how much of it applies to myself. Either way, Hayden deserves my grief. It is my way of honoring him. It may be the only way I can. I offer it freely. Did you see the jade plant? Its death is unfortunate.
Wait, what? But I talked to the plant and everything.
Another thing to be guilty for.
I wonder because, like, I got an achievement that said you didn't talk to it enough, and it made me wonder, is there an achievement for talking to it more?
I guess you have to, just keep talking to it over and over again.
To find the bastards who killed my progenitor.
You missed the plant dying, I see.
To finish this. I don't know what I'll do afterwards, but I need to see this through.
We'll find them and the truth, Turing.
What does the truth mean anymore? What does it matter? Will finding the truth bring back Hayden? Will it fix the pain they've left me in? But I guess you're right. Knowing the whys and wherefores will bring closure to this. I could use a measure of closure. I think for now we should keep knowledge of Hayden's death between you, Tomcat, and I. It may give us an edge if the people we seek don't know how much we've already discovered. We'll talk after you've had some time to rest. You likely need sleep, and I need some time to... I need some time.
Oh, it's okay, Turing. Come here.
So bad, Turing had some weird kind of take that I want his creator to die.
Good morning.
Yeah.
Wait, what? He's just a tiny little robot. What are you talking about, B? Just a tiny little robot boy.
Sure. How about you?
I had ample time to recharge my internal batteries.
Oh.
That's not what I meant.
It is upsetting that Hayden is gone. But life
I have to remind you of this pain, Turing. It's your mission!
We still have a mystery to unravel, and I will waste no further processing time over something I cannot reverse. There is no point. Now that we are both refreshed, I feel it wouldn't hurt to recap our progress and determine if any changes should be made based on our successes and failures. Let's talk about how things are going so far. Since your journalistic efforts are a big part of why I originally recruited you, we can start there. Your inquiring mind has been a huge boost in our journey thus far. As a ROM, I can't talk to people as intently as you, so I must say I'm quite grateful for your skills in that regard. You're diligent in your day-to-day work as well, which further grounds my hope in you.
Thanks, buddy.
Beyond journalistic persistence, let's take a look at how we've performed in other responsibilities. Specifically, our choices in overcoming obstacles.
Oh, I'm being graded.
Our first major hurdle proved challenging, but we made use of our surroundings and found a creative avenue. Furthermore, I am pleased with your utilization of non-violent methods. Eliminating any excessive risk should allow us.
When can I use violent methods?
Finally, I was quite impressed by.
I think maybe perhaps you can use the gun on things more often.
Oh yeah, that's right. I have a stun gun. I could have shot that at the guy. That wouldn't be as fun. It's like Dishonored, you know. It'd be easier to just kill everybody, but it's not as fun.
I was very impressed with your negotiation abilities with those kids. We got our data cache, and they went on their way, and hopefully learned a lesson too. Jess is a bit of a harder read, but she did agree to help us out in a big way. As long as her brash nature doesn't tempt you to lash out, I think things will go smoothly. Detective Rivers was good to involve as well, and I can tell you enjoy having a familiar face around. She could prove to be our greatest aid, as long as we make it worth her time. No funny business. Tomcat seems to genuinely care for our cause, and I have no trouble with letting their expertise guide us. Out of everyone else, they seem to be easiest to get along with, too. And finally, you and I. I must say, we have worked together better than I ever expected. I hope you feel the same. I feel confident in our combined ability, and I enjoy your company as well. Please, continue showing me around the city as we continue our search.
Sure thing, buddy.
Unfortunately, we've just about run out of leads. Perhaps Tomcat was able to find something of use in Parallax's network while they were inside.
I'm sure they did.
I hope so, but I feel a little bad for relying on them as much as we do.
It's fine.
Swear to God, that plant thing might not be like a horrible like indicator for what ending you get. Oh fuck, it's just gonna be like you. You're gonna die too.
You got the dead plant ending.
The pepper ending.
What about the goo monster in your sink ending? Oh, hey, Tomcat.
How you been doing, huh?
I'm fine, Tomcat. Thank you for your concern.
Well, okay. Just say the word if I can help out in any way. You hear?
Of course. In fact, I was hoping you might have a lead for us to start working at. Otherwise, we're down to canvassing Hayden's address book and seeing if any of his contacts have an idea about who might have had a desire to target him. But that's just fishing in the dark.
Bro, you just keep saying these things. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, man.
Before they managed to kick me out, but it'll take me a while to go through it. A lot of it's unrelated. TPS reports, maintenance logs. Juicy meat for other corporations, but about as useful as dirt to us.
Tomcat, you should sell that and make $1 bajillion.
You should totally sell that.
Oh wow.
Oh no, it made the fart noise, so you know they haven't found anything. Fuck.
I have just discovered I think they made a April Fool's visual novel for Valhalla.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the child one.
Oh, that's speaking of Valhalla. Is it gonna be Alice Rabbit?
Alice Rabbit not for like another 7-8 years.
Yeah.
word here, phrase there. It's subtle, but often has a big impact on the article's tone. Someone with deep access to Parallax's meshnet is changing what's being shown. I ain't sure if it's related, but maybe y'all can head down to the main KCOB offices and try talking to the gal that runs on
K-Cop?
Her name is Z.
Like Corn Cop? No, that's two C's. Augmented Eye! Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
I ain't got the time or the desire to stick my nose that far out for a stranger, but it seems like your kind of deal.
Oh, yeah, Valhalla Kids, I forgot about that.
It does seem to be a bit of a stretch. But if we have to wait for you to work on the data we've collected anyway...
We'd be happy to look into it. I have literally no reason to say no.
Of course you do. You need to go back to the main plot, romancing the goop monster.
Excellent. Thank you, Tomcat. We are grateful for your continued assistance.
No problem, Turin. Are you sure you're gonna be okay? Maybe you should take a little more time.
This little dude over here is fucking thieving right now. They're hiding it so well.
I said I was fine. Thank you
Wow,
for your concern.
they're not hiding it at all.
Hey, look, it's Ridley's
Just
new
like me for
character.
real.
I've already handled the reality of Hayden's death. It's time to move on with the investigation.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to step on you. I'm just worried. So, I'm here if you need anything.
Understood. I apologize for my tone, Tomcat. We'll be in touch.
Alright, later, Turn.
Okay, we have a lead, however tenuous. I've highlighted the COS-IO Corp office building on your map. Also, while we were talking to Tomcat, I received an email from Dr. Fairlight.
Okay.
Displaying.
That's fun face.
This is the most audio-driven email I've ever heard.
I hope you'll forgive
In the future.
Oh.
undergoing my treatments.
Yo, Bomb! Let's go!
Still, I wanted to inform you of an idea I had while looking into our mutual acquaintance's disappearance.
This is sus as fuck.
I haven't had any luck with my contacts inside Parallax, but I was reminded of an old friend by the name of Melody Flores, who may know more about the nature of Hayden's research.
I want to meet a new character. Let's go talk to them first.
She's the owner of Flower Cybernetics.
Ooh.
Hayden has been known to work closely with them on projects involving the intersection.
They got like cool skins for the cybernetics that have like flowers all over them. That'd be sick as fuck. It's like a tattoo for your metal.
Melody and I are no longer on speed.
Can you just paint it?
I'm afraid I can't introduce you. But perhaps the intrigue of Hayden's
That's a pleasing voice.
get you entry into her home. I hope this lead serves you well. If you need anything else from me, I will be in and out of the hospital room where we met for the next few days. I will send word if I have any other insights or discoveries. Yours, Dr. Yannick Fairlight.
Interesting. I had no knowledge of Hayden ever working with Flower Cybernetics, but now I'm starting to understand just how little I really knew about his research. Maybe this melody can reveal more about the purposes of my construction. Hayden must have kept my development secret for a reason. Hopefully we can talk our way in. I have highlighted Melody's
Look,
home
walking
on the
and
map.
talking are at least two of my specialties.
Okay, we can now either follow Tomcat's lead to KCOV or Fairlight's lead to Melody's home. Up to you where to go first.
Okay, this is you can go in whatever order you want.
Led us in the right direction so far, but Fairlight has resources and his tip might end up being more relevant. It depends on what you want our focus to be on in terms of tracking Hayden's trail. Should we follow the media or the tech? It's fitting. They're the two factors that make Neo SF so unique and wonderful. If we explore
Neo
them
Street
both to the
Fighter.
fullest, there's no way we won't be closer to the answer.
Yeah, let's check on the goo really quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah, the goo.
My wife.
Okay. Maybe a botanist is a better idea. Yeah, let's go.
Your S-Sync is not high enough yet.
Let's head out.
Choices.
I think you're allowed to kind of like choose which one you go first.
Sounds like
your
are.
character is a journalist, right?
Mm-hmm.
You also have a chance to name him Tokyo.
I like look, Tokyo Morishima is too large for the name selection thing. I could have done Sumio Mondo one full word, but that's about it.
Jesus Christ.
Like,
Listen.
you know when you talk to the green person and started talking about classic video game, there was a scenario that went through my mind that he's gonna talk about Silver Case, and I was so scared.
You ever heard of the silver case? They just fucking explode. Something wrong?
Oh, I'm sorry.
So depending on how much of this is,
Gathering.
because I chose the other side, I might dip out because I haven't done this.
Oh, okay, shit.
Oh.
But that's to be expected, considering that she is still the majority owner of the Flower Cybernetics Group. Despite
I'm sorry, I
retiring from
keep
day-to-day
expecting him to say the
operations
flower
of the
sun.
company.
I know you do, Orange.
I
It's
know.
okay.
My worms, they're burrowed too deep.
Sorry.
Fucking Etta McAllister pops out of the doorway.
Is there anything you'd like
God.
to know before we head inside?
Give me a rundown of Flower Cybernetics.
Flower Cybernetics.
That's like earlier, there's like a thing for like an anime announcement on like the Twitters. And on the description, I see a Kusabi profile picture, and their bio said, "Give me 50,000 yen."
Hell yeah.
And treatment technologies. They were vastly successful when they perfected the first synthetic nerve mesh, allowing direct connection and control between the nervous system and a cybernetic prosthesis. The majority of their early projects were defense technologies for the American military,
Oh.
Oh no.
developing ruggedized military prosthesis for use on injured soldiers, and then eventually
Okay, that's not so bad.
special forces.
The electively for special forces fits a bit sus.
Okay.
Line culminated in the development of brain-controlled androids as shock troops.
Oh. It's kind of cool, actually. Okay, never wait. They're barred by international. Alright, that's a little bit fucked up.
What happens to the brain controlling it when the android dies?
I imagine they like pull you up before then, right?
She pushed the company to use the
I guess it kind of depends on like how deep into it. Like I don't think dying in an android body is going to induce brain death. Unless it's like hyper immersive, like down to your cerebral connection.
Is largely successful on a global scale, despite continued legislative movement against extensive cybernetic use, especially brain implants.
What can you tell me about Melody?
Not a whole lot. She's largely private, in contrast to her mother's penchant for courting a media circus. Several biographies of former Flower executives
Right,
show
so
her as
don't talk about how I'm a
international
reporter here to talk to her.
terrorizing the company to the point of absolute viciousness in the boardroom. But it's been a long time since her days of fighting for the company, and she's since stepped away from the helm. There's talk that she's lost her spine in her old age, but... Well, I'd take that with a grain of salt. She may have retreated from the corporate battlefield, but you don't change the entire direction of a company as large as Flower if you're a quitter. Stay on your toes.
Yagi. Didn't Yannick say he and Melody had a falling out?
He did, and I can't shine much light on that. I know that System 1 worked with Flower to help develop the first operating systems for the Direct Link virtual reality implants. So perhaps it happened during that time. Also, Flower eventually went with a different company for future models of the implant, but there was never any public talk of a personal falling out between the heads of the companies. I'll scrape the mesh for more rumors, but they'll only be that, rumors. I can do my best to parse fact from fiction, but it blurs too much for me to be sure what's real. No time like the present, then.
I'm gonna go ahead and save really quickly, in case I fuck something up. Unfortunately, we will have to. We have to sacrifice Dana Pog.
Oh no.
Yes. No, Dana? Question marks. Done.
They said what ROM stands for in
I mean, in
the
universe, I
robots.
don't remember, but like, I'm just gonna call them read-only memories.
Yeah.
Open the mansion door.
I mean, that's what read-only memory is actually shortened to in real life, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Gonna ring the doorbell. Hello?
Oh.
So?
I'm so glad I chose this place. Hi, is Melody home?
How silly of you, expecting the bear to speak.
Your guess is as good as mine. Mine says we can go in.
I mean, they left the door open.
Should we?
Let's see what the hell's popping in here.
Oh, wow.
Swanky?
Swanky, huh?
I have been trying to increase my...
So quick, which one's Melody? The girl on the left or the mouse in the middle?
How much would I have to give the fucking cat in the middle?
Is Swanky too out of date?
Considering how this place is like designed, oh.
Certainly before my time.
Oh.
Oh, Ms. Flores.
Damn.
Excuse us for the intrusion. My name is Turing, and...
Oh, I know who you are.
I can explain. I know you don't like Dr. Fairlight very much, but I assure you there is a situation.
Fairlight? I didn't realize Hayden's research had become a charity case. Though I suppose little boy Yannick will throw money at anything that raises his profile on the mesh.
Wait, you know Hayden? Also, we actually only just met Dr. Fairlight yesterday.
Oh, that's too bad. Now Pat won't have to eat.
What?
Though I'm not sure your gears would have been good for his digestion.
I don't know, my mind is jumping to like this is fucking Virgilio's mom or something.
Either way, he's on a diet.
What was Virgilio's deal again? He was just like trying to get away from some people.
He was a white knight that his commanding officer harmed and possibly tried to rape
that's what it
little
was.
girls, and he saved them and got blamed for everything.
Do you understand?
Not really.
Also, it's Virgilio.
I don't have all day to entertain you, Turing, nor your new friend. Not even for Hayden. You don't have time to waste if you're going to find him either.
Right.
Cat. Cat.
See, I'm sad it's on the cat, but I'm glad she has her hair covering her eye at least.
It's Lily.
Talk to the bear.
Pat is Melody's butler, not yours. He will offer service when and only when his mistress permits.
Is that what happens when you talk to him?
Let's
I
try
didn't try
talking
to
him.
touch him.
Mistress?
So,
What?
Gur and stuff?
I love his animation so much.
Mistress? What the fuck is she doing to that polar bear?
What's up, Melody?
Mistress doesn't entail
If you were one of
sex.
Fairlight's worker bees, you wouldn't have made it through the door. So why are you here to badger me about poor Hayden?
You have me at a disadvantage, Ms. Flores. You seem far ahead of us on this matter.
Just call me Melody, darling. And of course. But I'll share a secret or two with you.
I have so many questions. Do you know what's happened to Hayden?
I wish I didn't. Maybe you don't want to either.
Please, Melody, any information you might have. We haven't had access to any of his
It sounds like a bit crushed version of an Umineko song.
he may have been working with.
A little bit, yeah.
Perhaps if we know more, we might be able to nail down a solid motive.
Well, I don't know if I can speculate on that, beyond the usual corporate infighting. Not that Parallax is known.
Yeah, it's true. In the past, Mistress did used to have a much more positive meaning.
We had been catching up recently, and he mentioned feeling
It's like calling someone the Madam.
He started
Yeah, it's just the head of the household.
Yeah. Stop wanting to fuck the polar bear.
Nobody wants to fuck
I mean, she
the
is a
polar
white
bear.
woman. You never know.
Yeah.
It becomes
Oh my god.
When this is done, viewers, make sure you tweet out hashtag don't fuck the polar bears.
Anything else about his disappearance?
Oh, I'm afraid not, dear. I've been around long enough to know what's coincidence and what isn't.
We were hoping you might be able to shine some light on my origins. Fairlight mentioned that you had worked with Hayden in the past.
I see Hayden didn't neglect curiosity in your personality makeup. Well, you and I haven't properly met, but considering how often Hayden badgered me for design schematics of Flower's latest neural implants, I might as well be your aunt? We'll go with that.
It's just me pogging while looking at him.
I wouldn't mind.
Really confused.
Even to a blue-headed robot.
I'm touched, Melody.
To be fair, you seem to have a gaggle of interesting family members as it is.
Well then, I'm willing to answer your question.
Just a bowl of strawberries are those.
She's got a little Roomba over there too, on the floor.
Yeah, and this TV of something?
Something.
How did you help Hayden with Turing?
Indeed, I don't see the connection between your company and Hayden's research into machine sapience.
Well, I mean, to be fair, like, if you guys are like these guys made like brain implants, so obviously, like,
at least not.
Yeah.
Like knowing things about the brain and how it functions and how you can manipulate it is kind of important. Understanding how it like fake intelligence works.
The truth.
I'd say to a degree.
Hayden is mainly interested in developing a way to transfer human consciousness into a machine matrix.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can already you can tell what the twist is.
I can already see where this bullshit's going.
Oh, I didn't realize.
All right, place your bets. the Turing is actually Turing is actually Hayden. I'm Hayden. I'm a robot.
Are you?
The goop monster is Hayden.
They
It's
transfer
not
all
the
the visions of
sunglasses
the
in your
characters.
inventory belong to Hayden the whole
But
time.
didn't like Tomcat describe his death as like fucking him getting shot though?
But he backed it up before that.
Maybe that's what's on his data drive. It's a backup of his mind. How would Turing's development help at digitizing the human mind?
The concept of
Which one of us do you think is the Hayden facsimile?
has been an attractive goal for decades.
Who is the tape?
Functional immortality is powerful lure. The brain is an immensely complicated
This is the stupid immortality though. 'Cause I don't get to live forever, and that's just a copy of me. That guy could get fucked.
I mean, but if you just let it sit there and activate when you die, it's not that big a deal.
Yeah, but I'm still dead.
Yeah,
that sucks.
Like, what do I give a shit? I'm dead.
Finally, this facsimile of me will live on forever while I still die tragically. Like, there's gotta be some kind of guarantee that my consciousness lives on. Like, my consciousness.
But maybe you win the coin flip. Like, imagine you would be the consciousness that lives on, but you don't exist because the original was like, fuck you.
Convergent evolution. Two species adapt in similar ways.
Oh, there's an entirely different topic I could go into. Well, I could draw comparisons into this. But I think I'm just gonna not.
Comes to information collation. It's why Parallax hired him when they did.
End of the day, that other consciousness does not exist yet. My mind, my choice.
Let them loose. Poke and prod them here and there to make sure they.
He just kind of made a bunch of like self-determining algorithms and then just kind of let them do shit. Kind of crazy, honestly.
And we eventually end up with you, Turing.
Interesting. Hayden never revealed any of this to me.
I imagine he's pretty tight-lipped. You were the first prototype he considered a real success, and he was afraid of contaminating your development before he had a chance to make good observations.
Can you elaborate on your involvement?
If you can even call it involvement. It's a small city. And if you're in the tech sector, you are never more than 2 degrees removed from anyone else. When he
It's one of those.
project of his, he came right up to my door and demanded access to the research logs behind our earlier implants. Cheeky, but it was impactful and disruptive, as they like to say around here. I couldn't care less about Flowers' patents anymore, so I gave him what he wanted, just to see what he would do.
I feel like your board of directors might have things to say about that.
But don't tell him that.
Don't worry. I won't.
Oh, that was a compliment, dear.
Hayden wasn't invested in Turing's development?
I didn't say that.
Oh, the music changed. Missing the board's about to happen.
Turing, even if he is just a step to further research.
God. Imagine being told that you were just a stepping stone to greater pastures.
And I know it's going to make one heck of a splash in the scientific...
Me traveling back 10,000 million years to tell ancient pre-humans that you're just a stepping stone.
And they just go ooga booga and then hit you over the head with a large wooden club.
Yeah, they just kill me and start eating me.
The latest and greatest in ROM prototype technology.
Exactly. You're not off the shelf, but you're still just a souped-up ROM, more or less like.
Yo, you got
every
soup
other
in
one out
there.
there. Your personality algorithms are impressive, but they don't require some new space-age technology to work. Hayden is going to propose that human consciousness transference does not require.
I mean,
special
you probably want to start using past tense there.
but merely the right software wrapper to interface
Well, I mean, like,
with the hardware.
She
I don't
knows.
think
She mentioned that she knows.
Did she?
Anyways, hold on, I kind of lost track during that. Conscious transfer does not require special brain-like hardware architecture, but merely the right software wrapper to interface with the hardware.
Or maybe she knows something we don't. Ooh.
I suppose that is correct.
Maybe she just knows Hayden's been kidnapped.
Substantial amounts of my processing power.
Because it was Farlight who set up this meeting, and I don't think he knows that Hayden's dead yet either.
Yeah, true. Unless she just kind of like has like her fucking ears to the ground on this shit.
Maybe.
Possibly.
Also, additionally, I believe fucking Fairlight said they're not even on speaking terms.
Oh yeah, Fairlight, not Farlight. Oh yeah, I guess.
Oh, do you think Fairlight is Hayden maybe?
Ooh.
And it's like
He
going
has been
through
going
the
through like weird treatments, yeah.
Yeah, I said it
Like,
was
maybe
sus.
it's like-
He's not the thing you see what he looks like.
Maybe it's like a weird
And this-
like bodily rejection thing.
Or maybe it's like or maybe this is like part of like a process he wants Rom to go through to grow or something.
Didn't they show Hayden though, or not Hayden?
I don't
Yeah. Don't you know Hayden? Like, wouldn't you or Turing recognize him?
But now he's going through treatment and refused to like show you what he
Okay.
looks like, and
So I
only
don't think-
showed his voice.
So I think that he's up to something interesting. You know, okay, you know what? I bet, honest to God, I think Fairlight probably took the information he's kind of sending us around in circles because he has it, and he's using that so he can transfer his own consciousness into a different body.
Oh,
Because
yeah,
the current one's
he might
failing
be.
him.
Yeah. Also possible, yeah. Like
And he,
when you
doesn't
showed
he has past connections to Parallax, doesn't he?
I think so.
Hayden kept me up to date.
But yeah, the instant is like, oh, sorry, I can't show my face physically because of whatever reason. I was like, that's us. I don't know about that.
Well, I mean, like, I'm pretty sure I know what Hayden looks like.
But he
Not because of
specifically,
spoilers,
it's
but
been
I think
specific.
I think there's an image of him that you can look at in his house.
But the fact he specifically refused to show you what he looks like now, it's kind of suspicious.
It's a little odd.
What's the story between you and Fairlight?
Hell, that old bastard and I have been flashing daggers at each other for the better part of 20
Yo, can I see your dagger?
I contracted out the software development for our first
Is it a ninja dagger?
VR neural implants to System 1.
AC.
You stop that.
Things were going great, but after the first model sold like
Need to guess.
Yannick tried to get into bed with me, literally.
Oh.
I feel like this lady would not say gangbusters.
Eh, she was born in the 2000s, technically.
I guess.
Fairlight be like, fine, bitch. You don't like nice guys.
So why do good girls like bad guys?
What did
I'd be
I
careful
miss
about
in the-
trusting him too. Oh yeah, I know he's a fucking snake. This bitch is up to some shit. Oh no, think about it. The snake thing's like the perfect analogy because if he's moving his body off into something else, then it's like a snake shedding its skin.
Well, now she's all like, I'd let him jump the bones.
Hustle bones. Ooh. Oh, like the Halo gun?
Oh wow, humiliation, domination.
Yo, humiliation. I think that's enough. I think I learned enough about your humiliation fetish, madam.
Good. I can get back to my retirement.
Sitting on this long sofa seems very interesting. I hope you have fun.
Oh, one more piece of information for you, if you'd like it.
Okay.
I've got the contact info for a Vincent Mensa, who I think might be of help to you.
Sure.
Vincent was working more closely with Hayden inside Parallax.
Guys named Vincent are pretty cool.
Mostly on his company-approved research on data collating algorithms for the mesh. I'll send him
I think I started talking about
and
morphogenetic
ask him
fields.
to meet you somewhere. He owes me a favor anyway, and might be able to give you some more information on anything else Hayden may have been working on.
That would be fantastic, Melody.
Wow.
Perhaps Golden Gate Park.
Be careful, Turing. I don't like Fairlight's stench all over this scenario. Don't show him too many of your cards.
I don't know, like, see, here's the thing, like, the more they talk about, like, how Fairlight's super sus and kind of a weirdo, it makes it feel like he's, like, a red herring, almost.
Yeah, yeah.
Cards. This euphemism is unfamiliar to me.
Don't tell him anything if you can. Fairlight is more dangerous the more he's informed.
Thank you, Aunt Melody. Wish us luck.
Aww.
That's pretty cute.
Hey, so fun fact, I have to leave now because I haven't gone past the screen.
Oh wow, you haven't done this shit.
Alright.
No, I have not.
Bye, Josh.
Yeah, no, I'm tapping out. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Alright, let's go to the GGP. Oh. Oh.
Huh?
Guy.
Guy.
Let's look around. Oh!
The Froyo stand is still fucked.
You doing okay, buddy?
Who is there? I cannot see a thing.
Regrettable.
Poor robot.
To request more street lamps in this park.
It was you who... Water.
It seems he remembers we were his last customers.
Can I turn back on the water pump? Look at that water spray!
I need to refill my cool, refreshing water.
Talk to the trees. Bye-bye, birdie. Let's talk to this dude. Let me just save the game really quickly.
Rex here.
Save. Yes. Guy. Guy! Here we go. Yeah, what's poppin', guy?
Can I help you? I don't really
Oh,
have
Pro
time to talk.
CD.
I'm waiting for someone.
Oh.
Are you Vincent Mensa? We're here for a meeting on behalf of Melody Flores.
Oh, good. You're Melody's people. Do you have everything that I asked for?
Huh?
There must be some miscommunication. Melody said that you would be able to provide us with some information about Hayden Weber's projects within Parallax. He has gone missing, and any information we get may be useful.
Damn that old woman.
What?
We had a deal. She promised me, and I'm not giving up anything until I get what I need.
I think it was Pro ZD.
I already know Hayden.
Yeah, I was gonna say, this doesn't sound like Pro ZD.
Why else would I be willing to sell corporate secrets to Flower? This was my chance to get out of the city.
Oh.
Instead, she sends the two of you, hat in hand, nothing. I'm assuming you're Hayden's little pet AI?
Insulting, but accurate.
Oh, she knows that he's missing, but not that he's dead. Okay.
Look, I'm sorry to come off callous. I do want to help. Hayden was a colleague and a friend, and I want to know he's okay. But I also need help getting the hell out of Neo SF, and now.
My info is my leverage, and it's not for free. I'll just have to find another
I need to
buyer.
get a Neo SF now.
Maybe after I make another deal, I'll be able to pass it to you.
Perhaps we could.
That reminds me, I was watching the first episode of like the new season of The Boys, and there's a fucking super on there that he's literally just the low tier god meme. Like it shows up for for a split second, but like his eyes are like infused with lightning.
Brain.
Does he say it?
No, he doesn't. He looks just like it though.
It's The Boys. I wouldn't be shocked if he actually said it.
Look, I need 100,000 credits, an untraceable car, and a fake passport for me and my wife, Francesca.
That's a lot to ask for some people you just met, buddy.
Give me all that. I'll give you anything you want. Hayden's research notes, what I know about Parallax, my company's security credentials, whatever.
I don't know, Turing. I'm starting to consider using violence.
If you're really sure journals can come up with that kind of stuff in one day.
Why do you need to get out of the city so bad?
We might be able to do that.
Might?
Do you mind answering some other questions first?
Dear God, I'm doomed.
Melody only gave us a rough sketch of what you need. The more you can tell us about the situation, the sooner we can fulfill your request.
Sure, as long as it isn't the juicy stuff.
So what do you do for Parallax?
I'm the head applications engineer for their data analysis division.
What does that mean, Orange?
Was.
We said that head data analyst.
Data applications? So like he makes like data.
Collect and apply the data that we get.
Oh, he's this fucking statistician. All right. He knows how to collect the data. He knows how to analyze it.
He puts it in the spreadsheet so that the suits can look at it and know what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, like he also knows, like knowing how to read it, knowing how to like parse data and information is important too. There's actually like a mass algorithm that we have for that, what we're called Splunk, that just that tells us like output from like code and like helps us identify errors and shit. Also whether or not stuff is working.
Machine intelligence in his spare time. Don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to bash myself here.
I'll bash you in a second if it gives what we want.
Probably one of the best. But machine intelligence? In a form factor like yours? Now that blows my mind.
Just wait until they give them the bishy anime faces.
If you say so.
Why are you so adamant about getting the fuck out of here?
Because Parallax is rotting from the inside out. Hayden going missing is the last straw, and it's a big-ass straw.
They have big-ass straws now?
There is...
Why do you need a...
How do I put this without giving it away? There's a new project about to roll out, and it's going to change everything about how Parallax does their business worldwide.
Gotcha, they're about to unleash the G virus.
Since the launch of the MeshNet, we've had some board shakeups, and the people at the top are different from the ones who've previously run the company. The altruism the company displayed in the past is gone. They're harder, more ruthless, and more concerned
They're a
with
corporation.
power than ever before. Not just richest company in the valley power either. Real power. My guess? Parallax got rid of Hayden because he was about to do something that would get in the way of that. If they're willing to get rid of the brightest mind on their payroll, what's to stop them from getting rid of me? There's a half dozen people who could do my job.
So why do you need the fake ID though?
On the wrong person's toes and end up at the bottom of
No, to be fair to this dude, like, you gotta understand that not being knowledgeable about how a system that you made is, like, worth its weight in fucking gold. Like, we have people that leave the company all the time, and, like, they just take that information with them. They don't write it down anywhere. So we're fucking confused out of our goddamn gourds. So this guy must
Just love Legacy. Legacy's the best.
You know anything about Hayden's disappearance? Also, how good are you writing documentation?
Noticed anything out of the ordinary. mean, Hayden goes out for a couple days all the time, right? Conferences and guest teaching. He doesn't exactly share his itinerary with me. I try to ask him around and no one will say anything. If he had jumped ship, went to a different company, it would be the talk of the week.
Oh my god, because I was looking at his face for too long and I blinked and I saw him in my mind.
Instead,
Look at this man for 10 seconds and then blink.
Wait, Vincent, what does the scouter say about Orange's power level?
Oh, shut up.
bring me what I asked for.
Yeah, we'll try getting that shit for you, buddy.
Sure. I guess I can stick around here for a while. I need to make some calls anyway.
With what?
If you do manage to get what I need, you get here today and
Do
you'll get anything
you really think it's a problem?
I don't know. Does that thing do phone
What the
calls?
fuck?
Also, hold on a second. Wait a minute. That sprite's wrong. The eye thing is on the right part, but like the scouter bit's on like the right hand side of his face.
But like I don't know, because the sprite is like rotated. It might not be like viewable from the angle of the sprite.
And I really hope you can do this. I'd rather give it to you than some other corporation anyway. See you soon.
I'm not quite sure where to get fake passports or an untraceable car. The only shady folks we know are those punks who vandalized Hayden's apartment.
Okay.
I doubt they could point us in the right direction, but a long shot is better than no shot. They might agree to help.
Now's my chance to long shot.
They seemed remorseful.
Orange.
I don't know. I'm just trying to do reference.
Regularly hang out there.
All my life, all I can ever say is reference to thing.
Could spot us the credits. That certainly is no small amount, but is unlikely to cause much consternation for either of them, assuming they are as dedicated to helping as they claim. Melody is assumably home as usual, and Fairlight did let us know he'd be at the hospital. We could ask either of them for assistance. Up to you to decide which would be a better course of action.
Stop giving me decisions.
Still haven't talked to the other person.
So let's see then. Our options are going to Market Street. There's the hospital. And then, okay, so we have to just tackle all of these things in a specific order. This one is just like completely thrown out the fucking like roof or out the goddamn water at this point. Let's go check out fucking Fairlight. What's he up to? There's a little Roomba. Hey, can we go talk to fucking Hayden? You pat the tiny ROM on the head? It beeps carefully.
Greetings, guest. My records indicate that you were here recently for an event involving cranial trauma, but discharged yourself early against recommendation.
Trust me, I always discharge myself
Have you
early.
returned for a checkup?
Kind of a problem, actually.
I can schedule one for you and assist you with the paperwork if you need it.
No. And you gotta talk to Yannick.
Patient Fairlight is currently available to receive visitors. Take the stairs to the second floor and meet him in room 214. I will page ahead and let him know you're on the way.
Sure thing.
Please note that patient Fairlight is to avoid undue stress, so take care to not upset him.
Gotcha, we're gonna stress the fuck out of him.
You will be ejected from the building if you begin to
Your buddy's dead.
Stress-free, that's our motto. Right?
Right. Oh, you look alright.
I didn't expect to see you so soon. Have you had a break in the case? I've been receiving odd phone calls from
His hair used to be white.
So I'm curious
I don't remember.
Have proven more productive.
Oh, yeah, so didn't that woman at the bar scan his business card? So then there's just a bunch of people who fucking know this dude's phone number now.
I hope my
I guess.
with Melody Flores panned out.
It did.
I need 100,000 unmarked bills now.
Wonderful. So then I assume...
We were hoping you'd be willing to front us the money.
The information should be good.
Ah, I see. How much?
100,000 credits in cash.
Ah, for someone selling a Parallax secret, they ought to have asked for more.
Huh?
I'll message Leon and have him gather the cash. As long as
You're surprisingly cooperative about this
Yeah.
Information from inside Parallax could be just as valuable to me as it will be to you.
Oh, I see.
That sounds fair, Dr. Fairlight. Right?
Sure, whatever. Yeah, sure.
Glad we can help you.
Look, in these games, being agreeable is usually the easiest way to get the best ending.
Now, it will take a little time for Leon to run this errand for us. Perhaps the two of you wouldn't mind keeping an old man company?
You know, we have like 2 other places to be right now.
My treatments can be discomforting. A distraction.
Oh, you're like kind of comfortable, man. Like you're just like you're cross-legged. You're just kind of vibing on that chair right now.
I think we can spare a few extra minutes.
Ah, I'd ask about the investigation, but I imagine you're still missing half the puzzle pieces.
Well, it's more like we're missing about 2/3 of the puzzle pieces, and you happen to be gathering one of them.
Once it's completed. Perhaps there's a tale you'd like me to tell?
Perhaps there's something Turing would like to hear?
Oh, yes. Perhaps you could tell us a story about Hayden? As we've been pulling on the loose ends of his life, I've discovered that I know so little about him.
It's like it's unraveling.
His time with me was such a small taste.
Theme of depression.
You only know a little about Hayden, but it was a different time. After the merger, the board of directors and I decided that I would.
One thing I'll never get tired of in these kind of VNs is their flavor of theme of sadness.
Oh yeah.
Because every single one has one.
Yeah. I've been going through Steins;Gate, and it's like theme of shenanigans, theme of serious moment, theme of we're gonna do science now.
Direct superior was stifling his attempts to develop a new search algorithm, calling it a waste of time. I should have disciplined him for insubordination, as the management structure is there for a reason, but, well, I admired his spirit, and I read over his proposal. It was solid, so I greenlit it. I recall he spent one furious weekend pushing our supercomputer to the limits with his calculations, and dropped the results in front of me the following Monday, almost too exhausted to stand.
Imagine working on a weekend SMH.
He knew how to command a room in his own way, a talent few men of the mind have.
What was the proposal?
As I said, it was a new search algorithm, one that correlated the user inputs on the Lips OS with search terms to give more relevant predictive results to a specific
This dude was making fucking predictive internet searching shit. This is the reason why my map app opens up Taco Bell whenever I go out. It's you son of a bitch!
Oh, your phone.
It's the guy.
How often do you go to Taco Bell?
Like once every 1 or 2 weeks.
Okay, then I don't think it's entirely his fault in that case.
Like I'm just saying, it's guys like him that are making these apps do these. It's also the reason why I get targeted advertisements.
Very dicey stuff to keep as useful data, but Hayden's algorithms were solid.
Do you fall asleep?
After a little work,
To be fair, this game is actually very, like,
It is. It's
comforting.
very soothing.
If I wasn't streaming this, there's a good chance I would, like, just walk up and walk off and, like, go to take a nap or something.
This is Orange and his trademark
Napping.
11:30 naps.
No, I mean, like, if I was just, like, playing this casually, like, if I was just in the middle of the day.
He always seems so calm
Man.
and patient. It's hard to imagine him storming into anyone's office.
Very comforting as he talks about the algorithm that has fucked with all of us for so long.
You see, he's made this predictive algorithm that can determine the size of your penis.
How does it do that?
I don't know how it does that, it just does. You see, he utilizes your laptop's webcam.
When you get to be my age, you'll be lucky to have any energy left to budge.
Bro, I'm like 1/3 your age. I feel that right now.
Thank you, Dr. Fairlight.
How did you and Melody come at odds? What's up with the fuck with the two of you?
That is a bit embarrassing. The folly of a younger man, I assure you.
Yeah, we know you tried to get into her pantaloons.
Our companies work together to develop the first generation of virtual reality neural implants. Really impressive work. Though, I don't know if anything could impress me more than Miss Flores. It's rare for me to feel so completely outmatched in every way.
So just an after, like, she'd be willing to, like, she'd be willing to give you a shot now, and then he just runs out of the chair. He fucking books it.
It's like the moment in SMT he stands up, he gets out of the chair.
I asked her, quite brashly, if she could continue to outmatch me in different ways.
Tell me, are you a top?
To admit that I didn't take her rejection with grace. I directed our company to sabotage the neural implant program, but she was already 3 steps ahead, laughing over my We've been at odds ever since. But I have never married, and neither has she. Sometimes enemies can be closer than our allies in a certain light.
Gotcha, so neither of you got a crumb.
Bury the hatchet.
A smack.
I wouldn't object to spending the rest of my time with a respected adversary. I shall send her a correspondence.
You know what they say, rivals to lovers to rivals to lovers.
Yeah, this shit's scared and showing protagonist in his rival.
Fuck fight forever.
From a woman of her caliber, she is
That
irreplaceable.
kinda happens with the Iron Guy and Levy in Fairy Tale.
How are you ousted from the Parallax board of directors?
I don't know if I'd necessarily call those two rivals.
Oh yeah, whatever came of that Deadly Premonition 2 thing? Apparently it's supposed to, like, come out on PC relatively soon.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
System One's Lips OS and Parallax's web search products. Things were going well, especially with Hayden's newest work pushing the boundaries of what could be done with the technology, until the board started the MeshNet project. It was ambitious and has proven to be a game changer in the long run. But at the time, the board was blind to the possible weaknesses in the system.
Well, that's because they're gonna fucking announce it tomorrow or something.
More time and resources.
Maybe during the PC game show? I don't know.
The network was secure.
Yeah, they might. I don't know when else they'd announce it.
I'll probably just have that up while we're doing D&D. And if they actually do something exciting, you'll just hear me pog out a little bit in the way that I'm describing something. It's like, oh, you guys enter a room! Oh,
And
the
is the
blood
PC
monsters
get-
are activated!
Is that at the same time as D&D?
It's around the same point, I think, yeah.
You
Admittedly,
enter.
though, fucking, like, I watched the PC game show, like, last year. It was fucking boring.
A lot of times it's just, hey, console games coming to PC. Neat.
Wasn't 2 years ago actually like a big deal? I don't remember.
2 years ago is probably a bit better. Not to mention, I think was that when Persona? Oh, Persona 4 was 2021.
Oh yeah.
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 Like other than that, there wasn't really like much going on with that conference, and like that was there was like 2 back-to-back PC game shows that fucking year, and that was like long. Like there was barely fucking anything going on there.
Yeah.
I'm just imagining like you enter a room. It's dusty and old. You encounter a fucking Rayo!
You encounter Francis York Morgan.
Oh god.
Frustrating is only
Blancis Blork Blorgan.
Going to the gym until Orange implements the Halo 3 rat into his D&D session.
I can just describe you just guys find a random low poly rat.
Of course. Gamblings keep you. Time waits for no one, including robots, as the case may be. Leon should be downstairs waiting for you with the credits you need. Good luck and Godspeed, my friends.
Thank you again, Dr. Fairlight.
You know, it's an art to make a character with vibes this fucking horrendous.
I was afraid Fairlight would talk your ears off until your bones.
Yeah. Do you have that gun? Do you have your 5.56 pistol?
Or, well.
Wait.
Decker, you know, like
his name's even Decker. Wow, it even looks like Harrison Ford a bit.
Does he? I guess a little.
Modern technology really
As close as his art style would allow him to.
Yeah, you gotta like have like the anime poofy hair a little bit. Like if he wasn't poofed out, he'd probably just look like a fucking. He'd look like Harrison Ford a little bit more. You have to de-animeize him. I'm not sure like what. I have a feeling that the first descriptor I used wasn't as great.
No kidding. At least you have the entire mesh hooked right into your brain, eh? The rest of us just have to do with the meat.
The meat.
Anyway, Yannick had me get
Who doesn't love meat?
Hmm.
I guess vegetarians.
I'm fond of my meat. Vegetarians when they fucking realize they're made of meat.
Wish I was getting Christmas bonuses like this.
Not too fond of meat eaters.
We have a meeting with someone who might be able to
Meeting?
and is offering
Hey.
valuable information.
Information can be real expensive. But still, if you decide to blow it all on something fun, don't forget your old friend Decker, alright?
We've talked twice.
Yeah, but what if you give him money?
If you catch my meaning.
Fuck you.
Certainly, Mr. Decker.
That's the spirit. You've got my number.
There he goes, I guess.
I can only imagine what carnal pursuits Mr. Decker was referring to, and I have no idea.
We've talked to this man twice, and you're like, this dude's a sex god.
He's gonna go pick up so many hookers and blow.
Like a part of the mysteries of the human glandular system.
I'm just imagining like Turing being like an actual old robot in the time of 2064. So he's like, yo, Mr. Decker was straight bussin'.
Respectfully.
Respectfully.
Wait, am I allowed to go back to floor? Oh, I guess I had to choose between getting her or him. Oh, fuck. Let's go to Market Street, I guess. You again!
No, damn it.
James Stephanie Sterling.
Welcome back. Care to take another pamphlet or two?
Please go away. Why are you out here all alone?
Ah, the cold weather has made organizing demonstrations.
What do you guys do with the pamphlets? I always just shove them in my backpack and forget they're there until like 4 months later.
So one time I was around like Easter, I was just fucking like loading around the mall with my mom, and this like random Christian girl was like, "Hey, you want to come to our like Easter meetup thing?" I'm like, "Alright, whatever," and I threw it out immediately. Mom's like, "There's a good chance we'd like to pick up a girl or something," and I was like, "I don't want it. No, I'm good."
Do you not want a nice Christian girl, Orange?
Just download a dating app like everyone else.
How far back would you like humanity to go?
That is the greatest misconception of our group.
Should we maybe? I don't know if they know that we can hear them.
Yeah, there's like someone. There is totally someone yelling in their background.
I don't think they know that we can hear them.
Maybe you want to disconnect B right now.
I think B has fallen asleep.
There you
go.
Goodbye, B.
Bye. Biatch. No, I'm kidding. Goodbye, B.
I think B fell asleep playing FF14 last night too.
Oh jeez. See, why don't you want Gene to get therapy, man? That's so fucked up.
Yeah. What'd Gene do? Also, people are like, don't you want a good Christian girl? And I'm like, yeah, so I can convert her into the ways of Satanism. I don't even believe in Satanism. I think it'd be funny though.
Won't shutting down the clinics like this cost lives?
That's a leading question. Of course,
is it?
Life-threatening afflictions, and it's a good thing that science has evolved to treat all kinds of diseases. Simply wanting cat ears and furry tails does not constitute a disease. A disease of the mind, perhaps. If the government strictly limits genetic alteration surgeries to only life-threatening emergencies, well, there would be a start towards undoing the damage.
A start.
We are not God. We were made in His image.
Oh, now you're gonna pull the fucking religion card. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. What do you mean that image did not include fur? We literally have fur.
Yeah, we have hair.
We
you
don't-
have a
we don't-
gigantic like puff of hair over. You have you
Yeah.
have hair all over your body.
Apparently, we didn't have God. His image didn't have fur, but
You're
it had
gonna
a
go
fucking
say
mullet.
that humans shouldn't have fur when there's Italians right over there.
We don't.
Did
We
God
don't
wear
want those
fucking?
cats.
Did God
near
wear
our
fucking
children.
glasses? You son of a bitch!
Why is so much genetic modifications less human?
I feel it's rather simple. It's
Oh.
even in the name. Modifying genes means we are changing the very DNA that makes us unique. We're giving doctors, among other people with a severe lack of understanding of the human condition, the right to make us into entire...
I think doctors most of all would know what the human condition is. Especially depending on the
We're
doctor
talking
you go
about, like,
to.
Oh my
Talking about it
Not that-
physically or like philosophically?
To just be reduced to a formula.
B's alive, actually, yeah.
Oh, is B returned?
Oh,
Hello.
this motherfucker makes me so.
You assumed you were
It's
asleep.
against science, say the people that are against science.
If this motherfucker goes off about how how they're like harming the children, I am going to murder
Oh wait,
this.
so you're okay with VR dramas, which are technically an augmentation of our sight, but everything else, no.
What is this? Oh my god!
Wow, this is like fucking dead on. This is dead on.
What has your group accomplished since it was founded?
Through some concerted efforts, we've created an alliance with a number of businesses banning service and employment.
Oh my god! Unhuman!
Fuel segregation.
But we call them what they are. I can't respect those
I'm gonna
who
kill you.
take their humanity away. Thanks thanks to our efforts, many local businesses are finally gaining the confidence to only serve.
Oh my god!
You got that stun gun?
Hey, bro,
I think
you
it's-
want the spoiled milk?
Hey, is that your car over there? I'll be right back. I'm just gonna take a look at your brake lines real quick.
I think I'm gonna need help with
Don't mind. I just want to test if this key fits your car. Don't.
Can I see your keys? Fucking chuck them into the lake.
No, I got my own keys. That's fine.
Is that your car? Thanks for letting me know I can just siphon gas out of it.
Hey Brian, I'd just like to hear, what are your thoughts on black people?
He's going to claim that he has friends, but if you get him drunk enough, he's gonna say some real bad shit.
Robot wants to join in the discussion now.
Oh, so now you're gonna be racist
my
against my
God!
little robot here!
Yes,
Not only are we fucking, I don't know. Oh my god. Oh.
Hey,
Robot
Brian,
phobic as well.
what are your thoughts on the Civil Rights Act? Quickly, loudly, speak clearly into the mic.
I'm not gonna lie, you haven't really convinced me.
He's got a Heritage Not Hate t-shirt somewhere in his closet.
Never mind. Write what you wish. When the city falls and we have a bear as mayor, remember that all
That'd be rad as fuck, though.
Yeah, we met a bear earlier. That bear was pretty cool.
Yeah, he's a pretty cool bear. Thanks for the interview. I'll let you know if you need anything else.
Have a lovely day now. And remember, God designed you perfectly just the way you are.
Nah, bro.
I'm gonna be real with you.
Glasses.
I got a -6.5 in one eye and a -7 in the other. There was a fuck up somewhere.
Like, hey, buddy, you know, God probably didn't design you to have like hair like that. You use gel to augment like how that looks. You should use your natural hair, hair. You know.
The way
Also,
God intended.
dude, look at the fucking platypus. Look at the platypus. Look
tell
me
me
in the
there's a
eye
God.
and tell me there is a God who designs everything perfectly.
Actually, the platypus is the perfect.
The motherfucker sweat milk. The motherfucker sweat milk, and you mean to tell me design was intelligent?
They sweat milk and they're mammals that lay eggs.
God got to the platypus and he's like, fuck it, I'm gonna do some weird shit.
You push the car.
Let's see him try to figure this one out.
Don't bug it. It already seems to be in a stormy mood.
Oh.
Hey,
Thank you, Kang, I
a
appreciate
stormy.
that.
A stormy. To switch
up, Ramona?
places.
The Hassy Rom will help you get your Hassy fix.
Oh.
The two of them switch places.
Oh.
Ooh, a jingle.
She seems bored. Around the handles of the ordering, there's not too much for her to do right now. There was the plants here are actually giving Hassy, not water.
What?
Reporter Luke. A stank beetle. Yay. Yay, stank beetle. Go.
Genus. Go into genus.
Therapy is a long and uncomfortable process. If you'd like to look into splicing for yourself, let's save that for after our investigation.
No. Damn.
No ramen is that instant. Try inside. So was I supposed to come here? Yeah, no, I was supposed to be here.
Yeah.
Oh, the car! The car!
Oh,
Yeah. Deuces, yeah. I mean...
No, I probably shouldn't tase him. Spoiled milk, go!
Your contribution to the cause is greatly appreciated.
Show your appreciation by drinking it. Right here, right now.
You can't take it.
No, Turing.
You don't understand.
Turing, no! I was gonna let me say something here. I want to see what happens if I fucking just stun gun him.
No, Trent, I was gonna prank him. It was gonna be funny.
Prank him, John! Prank him, John! You already know. When you just hear the stun gun firing up.
You shouldn't point that. Oh, God damn it!
Oh my god. Not the fucking my existence is politics.
So wait, what the fuck do we do?
So it feels like you're supposed to have a punch option and the game tells you facts don't care about your feelings.
God damn it.
Orange, is that a door behind the...
I
what
shake the car.
I think
I push harder and shake the car all around. Don't try to start a riot. The World Series was a month ago. Wait, what?
It's a joke about football.
I think it was a joke about baseball.
Maybe? I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's sports in general. Like, those are sports riots are very common.
Yeah. Is soccer called the World Series?
No, it's baseball.
Yeah.
Oh, it's baseball.
Isn't that? I love that Mel
Exposure.
Brooks movie.
Have you actually talked to the wrong?
What American gets hyped about soccer, really?
You go for another with a classy Hansi.
Americans only care during the
How
World
about a
Cup
mango
when America's
Hansi?
in it.
Maybe a Hassie Infinity?
I
You buy
remember
a
I
full stuffed
pretend-
Hassie. Yum.
I pretended to care about soccer when I knew a guy who was a soccer player.
How about a crystal Hassie? Maybe okay. They just have like a set like different variations of the Hassies.
Try to like
Knowing someone who knows about sports is good when you're a waiter because you can just mimic their talking points at customers and pretend you know what's going on.
So what the wait? What the okay? So what the fuck do I
Maybe
do?
you can touch the robot.
Herring.
Wait, you can scroll more to the left.
Door?
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, these fucking
there you go.
dudes.
There you go.
Hey, what's up, Starfucker?
It's that reporter in the bot again. Cheese it, Ollie.
Cheese it.
Hold on a moment. We're just here to ask the two of you for a favor. You don't need to run again.
I knew you didn't have the guts to mess with me.
Guts?
You know, like wiring and stuff.
We want to help you.
We did trash that apartment, Chad.
Yeah? So?
We also didn't report you to the police for it.
Yeah? So?
And
Blackmail.
Oh, that was yesterday. Today's today.
Alright, well, spill it then. I ain't got all day. Can't you see me and Oliver are busy?
We need some assistance with some illicit activity that statistically
Can you help us commit crime now?
have experience with.
Oh, so this is one of those things where you need a streetwise kid to show you the ropes.
Do you guys have like a coat hanger that I can borrow? I gotta get into that car. Do you not know how to get it? Like, you can use a coat hanger to get into a car!
You know how to do that?
No, but I've heard about it!
I thought you were talking about a different illicit activity.
What would that have to do with anything that's happening right now?
As far as I'm concerned, you ask people randomly if they have a coat hanger.
I mean, I know how to use a coat hanger to break open a door. Not a car door, but a regular door.
Oh my god.
I think I might know how to.
Oh yeah,
wait,
the fake
I don't know if I want
IDs.
to
We need to buy fake
it's not,
IDs.
it's not that complicated. You like twist it around so you can go through the like you open it a tiny bit and then like shove it down, like twist it around in a way that reaches the handle. Then you pull on it. Like I've had to like get my key my car like broken into because key problems, and I was shocked at how fucking simple it was to just get inside. Literally just get like a long metal wire.
I don't think Ollie can do that. Can you?
Can that set off the alarm though?
There's something
Apparently
about
not.
this dude and how he fucking like how he talks.
Wild.
It's like, hey man, what's going on? It's like how I fucking voice the dude from goddamn Tsukihime.
Alright, Hiko.
Because I mean, you basically like it's basically the same as if someone was stuck inside when it's locked. You just open the door. That wouldn't trigger the alarm.
I guess.
Wait, being stuck inside of a building, if the alarm said, yeah, it will.
No, we're talking about cars.
Oh. Wait, yes you have. I've set off alarms being locked in a car.
Okay, but not like doing anything, just like opening the handle and getting outside.
You can, but I never understand how that works, actually.
Like, I think if the car is locked and you open it from the inside, sometimes that can set it off.
Not my
Yeah,
experience.
it's really
but I guess-
stupid. It's terrible.
I guess it depends on the car.
I've done it a lot as a child, and it was the worst.
You install some new conversation routines Ollie ain't had the chance to nerd out about yet?
Well, what happened in Tsukihime that you guys started talking about Outer Wilds?
What?
I just posted a random recommended thingy that's like, because you were interested in Umineko When They Cry Answers arc, Outer Wilds.
Yeah,
That's strange.
It's a detective. It's a detective game.
I guess. It's got gameplay though.
Yeah,
Not a toy. Now keep it down. I'm still on the phone.
but like also play it.
Do you think these two are dating?
I do. I
think they-
actually do.
Do you think they explore each other's bodies?
Okay, so here's the better question: is that his hair or is that a hat?
That's definitely
I think
his
it's
hair.
his hair. That's totally his hair.
It looks like got a fucking.
It'd be hilarious
tripod
if
on
it's
him.
a hat.
It looks like an
It's got no.
Omicron
I tell you
haircut.
exactly. I tell you exactly what it is. It's the roots. It dyed blue, and the roots are starting to show up. So when he's dyed up, only the bottom part are the original color.
I see.
Has no one come up with better insults for robots since the turn?
Scrap bucket.
Turing says you mean
Oh,
better
look here,
robotics,
fucking
better
Omni,
robo
fuck yes.
slurs.
Fuck this shower showdown. Shut up, Brody. Relax.
Hold on, let me come up with a better slur.
I think I could cry.
And he
Yeah,
says like an
turning if I
actual
really want
racial
to.
slur. He's like, oh shit.
Hurt yourself, Chad.
Okay, I talked to the guy.
Put your glasses on, man.
He said he'll do it, but he only works in trade. A couple of passports are gonna run us... one signed poster for Magical Commander Yukino? Yukino at the gates
Well,
of the Deep?
I know exactly who to talk to about that.
Welp.
Of course. It's always that Japanese crap.
Wow.
It's not my fault they make the best VR dramas.
So true.
You can do better?
Probably.
Anyway, where can we get a poster like that?
Wonder who.
If only there was a person who was super into magical girls.
If only there was someone who was directly down the street from us who just so happened to know these things.
And he never asks for something that'll take too long to get. My guess is he's a local that uses people like us as a way to nab something he's had his eye on. We'll help you.
He always makes sure the game isn't badly designed.
So we're gonna like go to an Oh, we're party.
Oh wow. Okay.
All right, cool. We're just kind of vibing with them now.
I don't want them. They can stay.
Oh hey, Dana's back.
There it is.
Oh hey.
I knew I saw a poster for Magical Commander Yukino somewhere around here.
Yo, but shut up though. I want to talk to Dana.
I want to talk to the legacy character.
Listen. I'm your biggest fan 10 years from now.
Listen, 10 years from now, you're gonna own a bar. It's gonna be rad.
You're usually too busy provoking people to notice.
Wait, what if this is actually what inspires you to make the bar?
I call it spontaneous enthusiasm for healthy rivalry.
She was talking
Yo,
about alcohol
I got
earlier.
harassment.
She was talking about alcohol
don't
earlier.
leave!
She's
No!
probably
Oh, thank God.
already interested in mixology.
We're not smashing or grabbing anything.
We can't do that. She knows who we are.
Yeah, she's cool. I don't want to fuck her. I don't want to like ruin that.
This is the most boring felony I've ever been an accessory to.
Yeah, you're a lame-o.
How?
We'll just stand in line.
Like a bunch of clumps? Chumps?
What?
The big picture anyway, Blue Bomber.
I'm not sure it's wise to spread it around, Chad.
Oh, he was making a Mega Man joke.
Either of us. The less you know, the less reason anyone has to bother you.
Off my face.
What?
Oh no, my face.
Oh no.
That's a sign that's a sign you should go to bed.
Your persistence is already legendary, Chad. Fine.
Wait, what? Alright, cool. Diana's still here. I can still talk to her.
Oh, thank God.
Really must know, we are going to trade the passports for some information regarding the disappearance of my creator. His apartment was the one you trashed.
Oh shit, that Hayden dude is your dad? And they snatched him? Oh, that's so messed up.
Well, Dad, after a fashion, he raised me.
Man, I hope you find the dudes that took him. I hope he's okay.
It seems very unlikely.
Oh man, I don't know what to say, you know? I mean, I stay with my dad, but he's...
Chad?
He's never really been around. Too busy trying to save the world from itself.
Oh?
Even now, he's over there standing in front of that damn clinic.
Oh, for fuck's
Oh,
sake!
sick fucker!
Oh my fucking God!
Is it just... How can you... How can you be against genetic modification when your genetics are so fucked?
You look at your son and you tell me there's a God!
Yeah, what? Shit.
No, don't leave, Dana! Oh, okay, she's still there!
with each transition, she gets farther away.
She's out of there, that next one, bro.
Don't matter if you're a robot or what. We all got the same shit to deal with.
Okay, thank fuck his father wasn't around to make him cringe.
Hey, you're smarter than you look, Chad.
People keep saying that, and I keep wanting to punch them for it.
How dare you call me smart?
My man's wearing a tricorn for a hairpiece.
So hold on, Ridley. I too would want to punch people for backhanded compliments.
Yeah.
I still think it would be better in yellow.
Yeah.
Why?
Maybe we can get a box of dye on the way home.
They're absolutely
No!
different.
Dana, don't go! No!
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 No, she's gone! I'll be...
Plot twist,
I
you
don't know.
screaming no come back was what made her leave.
I kind of want to see what the
Speaking
fuck
of-
the deal is with Ramona before we
Speaking
start.
of yellow, B, did you see my new look in FF14? I now have red tights.
Let me see, I have not.
Well, I think I can just do the
Save
command.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Work! Oh my god, I'm pressing E like 5 fucking times! Trag.
Like every time I get a new piece of equipment, it's better and it looks stupider.
There's a D in there, isn't there? Whatever.
It's
tragedy.
I remember a while ago I played back when I was like played FF14 for all 5 minutes. I remember getting this like dumb pink shirt and it actually had like the best stats.
Alright, that's enough of that for right now. Thank you all very much for coming. We're going to go ahead and wrap up the stream now. Arrivederci.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye bye. And we are